Welcome to All Saints Whitstable's website. My name's Simon Tillotson and I'm the team vicar here at All Saints. All Saints is one of 5 Church of England churches in Whitstable and we comprise a team, so we're one parish. I've been here since the beginning of 2007 and I'm really enjoying it here. I also am vicar of another church in Whitstable called St Peter's. Now, All Saints Church is a beautiful building and it's stood on this site for many, many hundreds of years. In fact, the bottom of the tower is meant to be Saxon stone, which is over 1,000 years old. And I'm told the font here is Norman, which is again an incredible thing. People have been coming here to this church then for centuries because originally Whitstable was based up here above the main town, where the main town is. The old centre of Whitstable was above the floodplain and what was a much more dangerous place to live down by the sea before the sea wall and all the new housing came along. Now, this church traditionally has got certain high church elements about it. So if you came to a 10:30 service, you'd notice that there were servers and that we have a choir, robed choir, we have chasubles and we have Holy Communion, or as we call it, the Eucharist, every Sunday at 10:30. But funnily enough, although those are high church elements, quite a few people that come to the 10:30 service come from a low church background. And that's because we are gathered together around a central altar which produces a feeling of family and togetherness. And that feeling of togetherness and family appeals to people who come from a low church background as well as those from a high church background. If the camera would just like to pan out round in a circle, you'll see the way the chairs are arranged. So there is a strong feeling of family as we gather at 10:30 for the Eucharist, and we have a sermon and often traditional hymns with some modern hymns played on the organ. However, I noticed that in today's culture there is also a mood for a more informal style of worship. And once a month at 9:15 we have a family service here called an all-age service with a music group at which the Cubs, the Scouts, the Brownies, etc. come, and it's great fun. But I also realise that once a month isn't enough for some of these young families, so we've now started an informal worship time in the church hall, and that's on the 1st, 3rd, 4th and 5th Sunday in the month, and that's at 9:45 to 10:25. And that is very, very different from the 10:30 service. We use guitars and backing tracks, and there's lots of modern songs with dancing and children's actions, and grown-ups love it too. This church is extremely popular still for weddings and christenings or baptisms. This year that I'm speaking, we had 25 weddings and 55 baptisms. We also do renewal of vows and thanksgiving services for families who don't feel that they are in a position to make the promises of baptism. So please explore the website and you'll find out quite a lot about the church. Also, you can explore about hiring the hall and all sorts of other aspects of our church life. We're not a perfect church by any means, but we are a church that is trying to share God's love. We pray that you will come here and enjoy your experience of All Saints. Thank you for listening.